I saw that he followed this girl on my birthday, which is 4 days later, by the way, but she was private. So I was like, fuck, what the fuck do I do now? Like, she's private. So I typed in her name into Google and then obviously like looked at the photos, and the first photo was like a LinkedIn post. I clicked on the LinkedIn post. So the next day said something like, sorry, I didn't send you anything or like say anything on your birthday. In her LinkedIn post, she had this whole thing that she has like a tattoo or whatever. And I quoted the tattoo in the words of, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Is that what it said?
Yeah.
Buckle up, bitches. This is gonna get bumpy. This is the breakup diet.
Welcome back to another episode of the Breakup Diet. Today we have Josefin back again because we're filming part 2 of this game that we played. We've got like all the questions and then we're going to discuss the questions that come out.
Have you ever stayed because you were scared to be alone?
Yeah, I have. Have you?
Not scared to be alone, I think. Just more like scared of what would happen if I was alone, or like, will I ever find someone else?
Yeah, that's scared of being alone.
Okay.
I think I was scared of the change, but also you get confused because it is good in some moments and then it's not good in some other moments, and then you get like confused with your feelings, you know? That's what I think it is too.
Especially if you live with someone, you don't know if you're where you're gonna be, who you like.
Yeah.
If you're ever gonna meet someone again.
Yeah, literally. There's so many things.
Enjoy being single, it's just, I don't know, it's scary.
Yeah, it's hard. There's so many.
And what if you regret it too? That's one thing.
If you don't do it, you're still going to regret it because you're going to be miserable too. So is it better to take the jump and at least try, and then if not, hope you can circle back? Have you ever stalked an ex's new relationship?
No, I haven't, because I don't think, I mean, obviously I asked my second ex especially. Yeah. Like if he's met someone new, and he told me about all of them. So
you didn't go stalk them after?
No, because I was like, yeah, she's great, like go for her, but not her, but like, I like her.
I haven't had it because my ex hasn't, I don't think he's moved on, but I've definitely stalked people he's been interested in for sure. Like when we first broke up, wow. No, I'm not gonna lie, like I think if I saw my ex move on with somebody else, I would stalk them if I could. Yeah, even if I was over it. I think
I've done it more like in my current relationship with his ex, and like people I know he's seen. I always go into like looking at stories and like see if there's still something there. What's your worst habit in a relationship?
I don't know.
Do you have any bad habits?
Yeah.
I feel like I don't have any bad habits.
You feel like you don't have any bad habits?
Yeah. Not the same in like every relationship. No. What
would be mine? I don't know what mine would be. I definitely have some.
Yeah, I'm sure I have a few too,
I think though, if I was in a position, thankfully I wasn't with my last relationship, where I felt like I didn't trust him, then I think I would have serious bad habits. But because I did trust him, I didn't. But I think if that was even slightly a concern for me, I reckon I would have a lot of bad habits, because I would become like an FBI agent and I would be looking and I would be bringing it up 100%.
Oh yeah, I created his like email address to find out like it was Greta Svensson. That's my alter ego.
And what did you do?
I thought the guy that I was seeing had gone back to his hotel room with someone else. We had dinner and he just disappeared.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I'm sure, because obviously like I knocked on the door, he's not opening the door. And I think to see the CCTV, there's a crime. It needs to be like a crime.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I had a red Chanel bag that's been stolen this night, and I know kind of like the timeline.
Yeah. Can I see the
CCTV? They were like, okay, send this on email. And I was like, okay. I don't want him to know that this is me.
Okay, yeah.
So
smart.
Yeah, Greta Svensson, 1992.
That's funny.
And they were going to show it to me, and then I decided to
not
believe
know
him. Yeah, because I didn't want to know. And I just left it. I was like, okay, my bag has been found, so...
Did you ever find out if he did go see someone?
I found out 6 months later that
He did.
was innocent that night.
Okay, he was innocent that night.
Yeah.
Not guilty. Oh my God, I've done this with a friend. It wasn't for me. But she was like, I feel like my ex was not, well, it was her ex, but they were getting back together. My friend was like, oh yeah, I think my ex is lying about where he's staying. Like he said he's in Paris, but he's not, like, and staying at this hotel. But she was like, I just have a bad feeling. So we were like, okay, let's call the hotel. So this is like not even that long ago. So we, so we called the hotel saying that it was his birthday coming up in a few days and we wanted to deliver him a cake. And like, so like, we obviously asked them like, oh, can we have the
cake delivered to his room?
Cake delivered to his room for this thing. And then they were like, yeah, sounds good. I'll get back to you on thingy. And then they got back to us and they were like, no one is staying at this hotel with that name. And we were like, aha.
What if he used a different name, like Greta Svensson?
No, but why would he do that? Like, he doesn't know. Like, he's just going to Paris thinking he's having a jolly time. Like, why would he put a different name? Yeah. He's not famous.
No.
You know what I mean? He's not like, I don't know, Leonardo DiCaprio and then trying to change the... That was pretty psycho from us, but that one wasn't actually me and it wasn't my idea. But I love it. What have I done?
I love it too.
Oh, yeah, the fake photo shoot.
Fake photo shoot?
Yeah. So, like, the first time I found out, like, I thought something was a bit dodgy. And, like, we broke up because I basically saw, like, a phone call from a girl on his phone. And I was like, fuck. So, anyway, and obviously, like, I'd been away in Australia and I come back. And then, like, it was, like, in red. You know, obviously, missed calls are, like, in red. So I was like, nah. And I, like, saw it over his thing, which I never, ever did before anyway. And one of the girls, like, I'd seen, like, liked a photo, like, months before. So I remembered the whole name. Anyway, so I obviously saw this name then come up. So I was like, nah. So then I, like, went to the bathroom, told my friend, like, I was like, oh my God. And then I, like, came back out and tried to pretend nothing had happened. So I sat down on the couch and, like, my whole body was, like, shaking because obviously I was like, what the hell? I never had anything like this happen to me. Yeah. And then obviously he was like, what's wrong? And I was like, I'm just cold. Because obviously I was like, he said, you're shaking. I was like, I'm just cold. Maybe I'm just cold. Like, obviously I'm not. I'm fuming. We ended up, like, breaking up. I ended up going to a hotel that night. It didn't check where I was going, nowhere. Like, it was like, I was just like, well, I need some space. Like, this, he didn't even ask where I went, nothing. 3 hours later, called me up and dumped me over FaceTime.
Oh.
And I was, like, in Manchester in a random hotel. Like, didn't ask where I went, didn't ask anything. Like, it was rough. Anyway, we got back together, obviously, but in between getting back together was the fake photo shoot. My friend had this brand and she was like, oh my God, this is what we should do to find out the truth. We should hire the girl to be a model because she's a model.
Ooh, okay.
And a model. Yeah, hire the girl to be a model in a brand shoot from my friend's brand. Actually pay her and stuff, but like I was like, I will commit to the crime, like let's go, I will pay for it, let's go.
I think that's a great idea.
Anyway, so we sent her a message off the brand account and then we like unsent it like 5 minutes later because we were like, that's too extreme. But I was gonna have one of my friends be the photographer, the other friend be like the stylist, the other friend be like the like I don't know on set thing, and like I wasn't gonna be there.
Oh,
and just because like
why not?
Well, I wanted to be there, but maybe we hadn't got that far, you know. But like
you could have been there with a different name.
I was like,
imagine
imagine like we've hired her and then we're just like, you know, catch 'em thief. This poor girl is trying to like get work. I mean, we would have paid her, but paid her for the truth. And then that was it.
Okay, I like.
And then the only time which is sus is when she unfollowed him is when he posted me for Valentine's Day, and that's the only time. Before that, she never unfollowed him. So obviously, to this day, has never admitted that something went on, and he like has died on that hill.
Really?
Yeah, he's never said anything happened. I don't think anything actually happened. I think they probably just flirted, and like it was not innocent in that way, but. Interesting if it was nothing, not even flirting, that she would unfollow him on Valentine's Day when he posts me.
No.
You know? Have you ever compared yourself to an ex's new partner?
I know my previous ex, he doesn't have a new partner.
Yeah.
My first ex doesn't have a new partner, but he probably saw other girls.
Yeah.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
Because that was years ago.
But
so
would you compare yourself to an old partner? Maybe.
Not compare myself because obviously like my relationship now, I'm so different to both of his exes. Yeah. And I know he's one of his exes too.
Yeah.
And I love her. So
I think I would compare if I was younger. Now I don't think I would. But if I had a breakup when I was like like any range between like 16 to even like 20, to be honest, even like 23, I probably would have then. But I don't think I would now. I think if they looked very similar, like very similar age, very similar vibes, very similar everything, then yeah.
Yeah, but then that's a compliment because then it's like, oh, I'm his type. Yeah.
But I think I would then be interested.
I'll compare myself more with like people like if I was dating someone and I thought he was, I don't know, like if he had someone else that I thought he was seeing, then I would compare myself to that person more. Yeah. But exes, not or new partners. Was it new partners?
Yeah, it was new partners, but I asked about the previous two. What is comparing then?
If someone broke up with me, then and found someone else like right after, like the same week, or like a week after, then obviously I would compare myself. Yeah. Who hurt you more, your ex or your worst situationship?
Yeah, my ex probably. Obviously, because he was my first breakup. So it wasn't, and it was nasty. As in the actual breakup wasn't nasty, but like all the things that followed after were nasty. They hurt, like, and they made me feel like I was being dramatic when actually I wasn't at all. But then my ex situationships, it was more of a feeling of not feeling good enough to even be given a go. That's the difference.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What about you? Which has hurt you more?
Probably my current relationship.
Yeah. But
it was a situationship. And yeah, so that one then, situationship.
Yeah. Situationship. Have you ever stayed silent instead of speaking your truth?
Yeah.
Really? How come?
Speaking the truth about what?
For me, what I think of when I read that, it would be like stay silent instead of saying the truth. So I might say, for example, when I've had conversations after with my ex about breakups, I've not said everything that I think, purely because I know that one, it's not going to really help the situation, and why do I need to kick someone more? Oh, you know what I mean? Like I'll stay silent. Yeah. I'll stay silent on lots of things. Unless like a few things, because obviously like if they're saying like a few things, like I need to get something back in to be like dickhead.
Well, I stay silent.
But I stayed silent a lot. Like 90% is silent. Even if like I want to say something and I'm like that will hurt
that person. Oh god, yeah. If that's I stayed silent.
Yeah.
What toxic trait do you bring into dating?
You see, I used to always think that it was jealous, but I don't actually think I'm jealous.
No.
But I used to always...
I don't think you are jealous.
I used to self-diagnose myself with jealousy, but I actually don't think I am jealous.
No. Would you say I'm a jealous person?
No, not at all. No. Like, not at all. I'm trying to think of my toxic trait. My toxic trait would probably be if I feel like I'm not doing enough or not doing as good as I could be doing, then I feel like it's not necessarily a toxic trait in the relationship, but to myself, I'm like very critical. Do you have a toxic trait?
Do you think I have one? I don't know. Probably, yeah.
Being too nice.
To a person who doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, being too forgiving.
Too forgiving, yeah. I don't know if that's bad, is it?
No, it's not bad.
Toxic?
It's not bad.
It's not toxic to be too forgiving.
Toxic to yourself sometimes.
Yeah, maybe too more to myself.
Because some toxic traits of people would be like controlling or be like jealous or be like...
Oh, okay, no, I don't think I have any of those.
No, neither do I. What's one thing you still haven't healed from? I can say mine if you want.
Yeah, I have a few. Say yours first.
Okay, so something I still haven't healed from. My ex not wanting me back. You fucker. It doesn't make sense. No, but it doesn't make sense in my head without sounding super...
it doesn't make sense to me.
Right?
Like, especially because you were saying no.
Do you think if someone was to cheat, do you think you can come back from it?
Yeah, I do.
How?
You need to rebuild that trust.
Yeah.
And everyone has probably like different ways of doing that.
What would that look like for you?
If someone cheated on me, I'll give him a few things that I wanted him to do. And I just want to see the effort at the moment. Like if that happened in my current relationship, I just wanted to see the effort. Like go to therapy with me. Small things. If he tells me he's going to go out one night and he says like, I'll be back at 8.
Be back at 8.
Be back at 8.
Yeah.
Those small things help.
Yeah, they make a big difference.
Yeah.
And it sounds really stupid, but it is like sticking to a plan.
Sticking to a plan.
And like, and if the plan is changing, then communicating that it's changing.
Yeah.
That's a way to rebuild trust.
If I was in a situation, again, like a similar situation where I would be like reminded of what happened.
Yeah.
Then I would want him to like listen to me, comfort me, and like reassure me that
it's not the same situation, even if it's similar vibes.
Love again or stay single longer?
Love again.
Yeah.
Love again.
Yeah, love again.
I feel like I feel like I could meet somebody now, to be fair, before I wasn't ready. There was a long time I wasn't ready, and it took going back.
When you're ready, just don't like meet someone just because you want to have someone.
I would never do that.
No. Well, I have done that.
I can't.
No, because I just ended up in a relationship.
Yeah,
when
that
I
doesn't
wanted
happen
to stay
to me.
single, so maybe my answer is to stay. What was it? Stay single.
Well, yeah, that's never happened to me. I'm either very, very single. I've only ever been very, very single, or had one boyfriend. I don't end up in a random relationship.
I did. It lasted 1 year.
I think it's nice. I would never just be with somebody just to fill some time. Because I'm like, you're going to...
Even if you have a great time with that person?
Yeah, that's where it gets confusing. I've never had that. So it'd be hard. I think
it's not romantic, but kind of. But not like...
Yeah, I guess that's why that's confusing. Yeah. That would have been confusing. Maybe you can be friends down the line, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That kind of...
I hope so.
Well, we can't do this because it's healing era or hoe phase. Healing over being a hoe.
I've been a hoe already. In the past, I don't need to go back to that.
A retired hoe. Okay, you go.
Block or mute?
Mute them. Mute.
Yeah, mute, because block is a bit too much. Like,
yeah, block.
But mute for yourself because you don't want to see that person while trying to heal.
Like, especially when it's like the first stages of a breakup as well. Like, mute them.
Yeah,
because also I muted situationships before too. Like, I remember, and I forgot that I did that. Oh, yeah. And then I was like years later, maybe I was like, oh, no wonder I never see any of their stuff because I have their things muted.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. Forgot all about them.
Yeah, I would mute them and hide them from my story too, from seeing my story.
I don't know. You see, I've never hidden. I have like...
I would, because otherwise I would be like...
looking to see.
If that person saw it, obviously. Have you ever cried over someone who didn't deserve it?
Yeah.
Have I?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I feel like most people have, no?
Yeah.
And then you have a wake-up call. But I also think when you meet people in your life, like at certain stages, that plays a big thing into it as well. For example, like you've had something happen and then like the first person you meet after, or you have a toxic relationship and then the first person you meet after this toxic relationship, and that is also not good, but you like put them on a pedestal. Yeah, so I feel like that happens a lot. So I feel like most people have cried from a situation or, you know, given somebody too much attention that didn't deserve it because of something personal. Have you ever self-sabotaged a good relationship? Like ruined it yourself?
Maybe my first one. I don't know. I can't really remember.
Fair.
But yeah, kind of, because I didn't want to be the first person saying that I wanted to break up.
Oh, yeah.
Because then what if I regret breaking up and then I can't get him back, and then I don't know. Yeah. That would just
suck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next question.
Cry alone or trauma dump with friends?
Cry alone and trauma dump too.
Yeah. Yeah, same.
Like a little bit of both. Yeah. You know, you need the girls.
If I'm really, really sad and I just want to cry and be alone and just have a drink on my own, I'll do that.
Oh no, I don't
I need
drink.
support, but then I want to have someone on the phone.
Yeah, so no, trauma dump with friends then.
I wouldn't want to just do that, cry alone. I'll always have someone on the phone.
I remember one time I was crying so much. This was months after as well. And I was like really sad at one point. I think I'd gone on a date with this other guy, and it was just not it. And I was like, this is what being single is like on the market right now. I hate everyone. And like, I just wasn't in a good space of like going out with friends either. So I wasn't really even doing that. So like this date, I was like, good, just gonna, you know, hitch myself to somebody else, and that will be fine. And I went on the day and it was so not it. And then like 2 days later, I had like the crash out of that. And I remember just like crying in my room, and my mom was staying. And I remember her hearing me because the walls are quite thin. And it was like really late at night. She just came into my bed and like cuddled me. And I was like, I would have been so sad if I was alone just crying.
I mean, yeah, the only time I cried alone and actually really wanted to cry alone.
Yeah.
I was in a car, I was just driving around, and then I stopped like on the road somewhere. It was raining and I was crying, listening to music, like really like bad. I was crying a lot.
When I'm sad, I like to be alone, to be fair. But I also do like a bit of comfort. It depends on what stage. But if I'm really sad, I just want to be alone. Like I just want to be like feeling sorry for myself.
Yeah.
Okay, you go. Next one.
This is the last one.
Okay.
What's something you did in a past relationship that makes you cringe now? I've done some things that I regret, but nothing that makes me cringe.
No, nothing makes me cringe. I do find my sending LinkedIn post that was iconic. Have I told you about that?
I don't think
God, this was so bad. So this is like 4 days. This is not good advice, but it's real. Like 4 days after the breakup, he obviously just went like so bang done, and I was like, what the hell is going on? Because obviously you don't expect it. I saw that he followed this girl on my birthday, which is 4 days later, by the way, and like obviously didn't send me a message, didn't say anything, even though we had like a nice-ish breakup actual conversation. I was like, right. And then obviously saw like new follower, and I was like, oh, let's go check. But she was private. So I was like, fuck. Okay. What the fuck do I do now? Like, she's private. I need to see her. So I typed in her name into Google. And the first photo was like a LinkedIn post.
Okay.
And it was like a photo of her, so I clicked on the LinkedIn post. So the next day he actually he said something like, sorry, I didn't send you anything or like say anything on your birthday. I hope you had a nice day, which obviously I didn't have a nice day. We broke up 4 days before, and you couldn't even like send me one message or anything, like the one person I wanted to get a message from, and you would know that, you know? So I was like pissed. So I quoted her because in her LinkedIn post, she had this whole thing that she has like a tattoo or whatever. And I quoted the tattoo because it was like, he was like, I'm sorry. It was like, in the words of, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Is that what it said?
Yeah. Because he was like, I'm sorry I didn't like do this. I was like, in the words of, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Did he know? Did he understand what you...
Oh, yeah, no, I did screenshot the post and send it with it. But also, I referenced her name.
Okay, yeah.
So, in the words of this, what doesn't kill you make... Yeah, it was iconic. He didn't reply to it. But my friend and I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah,
it made me laugh in a dark time. But yeah, that never goes the way that you want it to go. Like, I thought he was going to be like, haha, but obviously he's not going to be like, haha, that's so funny.